The shadows! Fight! We need to fight!
First, we place this circlet underneath the crown.
Fight! We... My friends, it's so good to see you again. Where's Gorn? Oh, my head. You? Who are you? I know you. I saw you, carved in ice, surrounded by fire. Together, we forged the world. No. It was just a dream.
A prophetic dream. I have seen your statue in the temple. It seems we are both pawns of a higher power.
Not anymore. I drove the gods and their demons out of this world.
Zardis said the protection of your spirit won't last long. Tell me how we can help you.
The Sleeper Amulet? Where is it? We had this thing taken into Enos' temple. The High Mages had sent some baleful influence.
What amulet do you have in mind?
The Sleeper Amulet. Some blind woman gave it to me before the war. She told me I was chosen to take it to its destined place.
A blind woman? I should have known.
I agreed, for old time's sake. Yet at first, I wanted to put things straight. Free Arcan, and before that, Myrtana. But there was no time for that.
What happened?
The amulet. It was the prison of a demon. But it has been too far away from its resting place for too long. With each day I spent on the battlefield, the seal became weaker, until the demon finally reached out towards me. It slipped from its prison, and is now preying on my soul! Hagen, bring me the amulet. This man needs to take it to the monastery on the cliff on my behalf. He is a chosen one, just like me. We cannot take the amulet from the temple at this time, Your Highness. When the High Mages failed to destroy the amulet, they sealed it behind a magical barrier.
Then we'll have the High Mages remove their barrier. What's the problem?
They are dead. Durhang boasted that the temple is in the hands of Beliar cultists now. They believe this demonic woman, Zisha, to be a servant of their dark god.
If Zisha sends her henchmen to the Enos temple, she must be after the amulet. They're probably trying to break the barrier.
It'd be theoretically possible. I guess that with united forces, Merdarian, Ningal, and I could break the barrier too.
Where are Merdarian and Ningal?
Merdarian's already in the Temple District. Ningal was going to join him as soon as the slum is secured. Best speak with Doranus. They were going to confer with him.
Let's go, Milton.
I need to prepare the necessary components and speak to the king. Go ahead, I'll catch up. Doranus must be at Diego's place.
Or maybe he's already in the Temple District's sewers. He wanted to inspect them.
Before I was banished from the court, I created a teleport circle connecting the fortress with Diego's place. Use it, save some time.
Hello, my friend. Is everything all right?
Diego and Milton are fine. I urgently need to know what's going on in the Enos Temple.
A while ago, a magical battle took place there. Now the temple is cut off from the outside world by a barrier.
Where are Ningal and Modarian?
Madarion learnt about some forgotten entrance to the catacombs lying underneath the temple. He was going to secure it against the undead. Ningal passed by a short while ago. Shall I open for you?
Yes, do.
Our youngest member. I almost didn't recognize you.
Alas, we have no time for courtesy. I need to get into the temple urgently.
I would not advise you to go there. Apparently, someone has raided the temple. They went in here through the catacombs and blocked all the entrances.
I know. Milton said the three of you could break the barrier in there. How about this one?
Amateur job, but supplied with a lot of power. If Ningal and I focused, we might be able to make an opening in it.
Good, you do that.
What's going on here, anyway?
Milton can give you the details. I need to kill some cultists now.
Good job. The barrier collapsed.
Only around the temple. How are we going to get a hold of the sleeper amulet?
That seems to be a problem indeed. The Grand Masters are split over it, but it seems as if each of them came up with a possible solution. You'd better speak with them yourself.
Can you remove the barrier?
Yes. A few days ago, I found this in the shattered remnants of a wall.
What's this?
Meteoric ore. In such a small lump, there's as much mana stored as in a head-high heap of magical ore. I carried out some research. Apparently, a star burst when the strong earthquake took place. The star's splinters rained down over the city. A few more lumps, and
How many of those lumps do you need?
all we can get. According to my calculations, there should be at least 7 more in the city.
Do you happen to know where to find these lumps?
I do. According to eyewitnesses, one lump fell into the fortress. Another one hit the slums, where you activated the obelisks for Ningal. 2 others lie somewhere in the harbor quarter. And not far from here, in the temple district, 3 lumps were supposed to have landed.
Duranis said you have an idea how to get a hold of the sleeper amulet. I'm all ears.
We could blast the barrier.
Using what?
While you were killing the false believers, a blue-skinned harpy attacked me.
And on Bale. Druhang's death must have made Zisha insecure.
On Bale? Interesting. In any case, the power of my lord was strong in her, but I was stronger. Sucking her out was quite energetic.
What does that have to do with the barrier?
This barrier was created by the Sheep of Enos. If we flood it with my lord's dark power, it will break it.
What do you want to do? Sacrifice on Baal on the barrier?
Their hearts should be enough. In that exquisite moment of death, the gathering of...
Thank you. I don't want to know the rest. How many hearts do you need?
I can sense another 5 on Baal. In the city, in the harbor, wealthy quarter, arena quarter, slums, and in the temple district. That should do it.
How are we going to get a hold of the sleeper amulet?
The high mages of the temple did a good job. To remove this barrier, you need an enormous amount of mana. You'll practically need to entour the barrier under magical ore. But until enough ore from Corinus arrives, weeks or even months might pass.
Damn it!
I have another solution, though. In the catacombs, I discovered a hidden mana rune. Following my intuition, I detached it from its setting, and now the barrier's weaker than before.
So we need to remove the other runes to cause the barrier to collapse?
That's right. Each removed rune releases the next one. We could break up the barrier piece by piece.
Where are the other runes?
Presumably hidden far out in the city. However, I was able to gain an insight into the residual of the last century input of the mages who designed the runes. If we create a mental connection, I'd be able to lead you from one rune to the next.
How many runes are we talking about?
The potency of the runes should increase exponentially, so I expect 3 more runes at the maximum.
Where's the next rune?
When I took the first rune, the following reverberation reached me, pinned in my hair. Smell of salt. I'm out of breath and feel a little dizzy. Behind me, blazing heat.
So that's what the mage sensed when he designed the second rune?
Yes, he did. Perhaps you can deduce the rune's location from that.
You see if you guys can find a Grace. There's a Grace over here. There should be one nearby, yeah.
Wow. My audio just got like chunky, like it's chugging.
Chugging what?
It like
Lag.
yeah.
Alright, where's the nearest church? Here, I'm marking one. And it's got a site of Grace next to it, so. See if we make our way over there and try to get good. We'll be fine. It's a pretty tiny map. We'll learn the map pretty fast. Haven't seen like any world events happen doing it, but they are supposed to be events that randomly happen. Like bosses should drop out of the sky, like giant volcanoes will open up, and there'll be special bosses. Alright, I'm gonna go deflection mode. Oh, scaling? I don't think.
The hearts. Give them to me.
Here are the hearts.
At last, I've prepared everything.
The only thing is,
The barrier will fall in a
are
heartbeat.
too high a level. Yeah, it's are you gonna enough to be scared?
So it was actually the amulet.
Watch out, these the guns explode.
You bet it is. Let's get it to the king.
If you could get on top of it, they are
Tell
about
me now you're in league with Zisha? I'll get really angry.
In its present condition, the amulet won't help the king. It needs to be taken back to the monastery on the cliff.
That's a long journey. I hope the undead didn't sink Diego's boat.
Bring me the amulet.
Okay, sir.
I've got the setting. You'll need it.
The setting.
When you are in the monastery, you'll understand.
We can
The
avoid the big
northern
ones.
lighthouse of Thorniara stands directly over a ley line. I've created a powerful teleportation spell that'll take you directly to my tower. The monastery is not far from there.
You mean the lighthouse with the eerie glow?
Yes. Your path leads through the graveyard. I've ordered Gorn to open the gate and clear the road for you.
That's where he is.
I'm getting older each day.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just exhausted. I used to fight day and night. Now these bones aren't young enough anymore. You deal with the rest, kiddo. But you aren't so small anymore. I see you gained some muscles.
All right, Gorn. I'll give those skeletons a smack in the gob from you.
Off with you, to the lighthouse.
I see you're still intact. Very good. I'm sure you have some questions.
You bet I have questions.
The Sleeper Amulet is a part of a much larger amulet. Too large for one human. Here's the second part of the amulet. It's the setting.
This is part of an amulet? You could siege a castle behind it.
A human could use it as a shield, yes. A goddess, however...
So this huge amulet needs to go to the monastery. Do the monks know what to do with it?
Yes. But the monastery is being attacked by Zisha right now.
What? What's the fastest way to reach the monastery?
Through Zoldran.
How can I get to Zoldran?
Go to the base of my tower. A tunnel in the north will lead you to your target. Beware of the Demon King of Zoldran. He is a servant of Zisha, and his brethren are scouring the island for you.
They're dead.
What's happened?
The unveil. Incredible. A desecration. The monastery. It's burning. They haven't sent us to Tushu to ask for help. But the unveil. My disciples on the bridge. All dead.
Go, seek shelter.
I'm going to take care of the unveil.
Chosen One.
What's this hole here? Is Zisha down there?
This tunnel leads to the hideout of the last remaining Anosiri. Zisha knew we were hiding Selena. She murdered our students as a punishment. We'll have to live with the guilt.
If anyone is guilty, then it's Zisha. Is she down there?
Yes, one head devours the other. Zisha should never have awakened. The balance is lost.
I'm going to restore it with Zisha's death. Out of the way! Yes, me. You have no idea how glad I am to meet you for the very last time.
Your tongue. As a cockroach. Kneel down or die. PlayStation